Jerry, you were talking today not about the Santorum letter, because obviously that was out late last night, but about empty seats at a presidential rally. Is the Santorum letter sort of just another empty seat?
Well, you know, I was just looking, you're right. There's one unenthused voter right there, Rick Santorum. So you endorse somebody at 11 o'clock at night in an email. This is what you get in the Wall Street Journal, this little story here, as opposed to a big story with a picture and a fuller explanation. That's barely an endorsement. You know, as you say, he first goes through how many states I won, how many counties I won, how many things I disagreed with Mitt Romney about, and then he said, oh, by the way, we all want to beat Barack Obama. Well, you know,
Jerry,
in the annals of endorsements, that's not going to be
not a
highlight.
big one.
Yeah, but Jerry, it also echoes what Newt Gingrich said just over a week ago in his own endorsement, which was, you know, pretty much equally tepid.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you know, that doesn't do much to build up enthusiasm, which is the subject of my column today. But on the other hand,
Jerry,
the good news from Mitt Romney.
To the point of your column, even as we're talking about Mitt Romney not having a lot of enthusiasm, it doesn't seem that there's a huge amount of enthusiasm either among President Barack Obama's followers.
No, that's right. And the point of the column today is they both got problems here. Overall enthusiasm for this election, at least as you can gauge it by the Wall Street Journal NBC News poll, by asking people how interested are you in this election, is down overall from 2008. It just doesn't have that electric feeling that 2008 did, and we all remember that and how long that feeling lasted. The bad news for President Obama is that he's got a real crater in one key area, which is young voters. Their expressed interest in the election is way down from where it was in 2012, and that's a problem because those young voters won some key states for him. They won states like North Carolina and Indiana for him. If they're not there in big numbers, he's going to have some problems. At the same time, there's some recent polling that suggests that Mitt Romney's got some problems with elements of his base, you know, religious conservative voters, and also in some swing states. So they've both got some work to do on this front.
And Jerry, there's got to be a measure of fatigue taking place. We're 3 months away from the actual, you know, the actual conventions themselves, and it's been a long slog through this GOP primary.
And that's going to be the tough thing throughout the year is getting people fired up, as the president like to say, and doesn't look like it's happening so far.